And welcome back to Bros in a Landfill. We beat Smile.
We didn't
Hell
beat
yeah!
frame
We
windows yet,
didn't
but
beat
like,
Frame Windows. I'm actually
but
going to take
like,
a break from that one for a bit to focus on Sleek Hopper
yeah.
because this was
Woo,
another stage
Smile,
I was hopeful about.
yeah, Smile was pretty freaking scary, you know.
This entire world is
And you
pretty
managed
freaking
that.
scary. Also,
Yeah, I know.
Birds is definitely going to be the final boss of this hack.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck birds.
Um,
Hey, yeah. Lunch
yeah,
said it at the
yeah.
beginning of what was it, like episode 6?
My stance has not changed. Fuck him.
Fuck birds.
It's pretty funny because like, Lunch didn't realize at the time just how
You did not.
much birds need to be
Lunch
fucked.
Chekhov gunned us, kind of.
Yes.
They yeah, no, they're our nemesis in the end. This game is
Yeah.
insane. I can't believe
I'm
what they're
glad Lunch
asking
could
of
be
you
our.
right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad our hype man is here to keep us on track.
Well, it's just like it's easy to
Thank you, hype
forget.
man.
I was about to complain about how I started Crash Bandicoot and it like
Ah,
punched me in
dang
the
it.
no, punched me in the dick, and I was like, I thought this was like a cute game, and it's actually like, nah, bro, we're
Yeah.
gonna break into your house and steal your children. But like this game's way
Which
harder than Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Which Crash Bandicoot are you playing?
I just started the first one on Insane Trilogy. I was like, I beat
Ah.
Spider-Man. I was like, I don't know what to do, and then I remembered that I also had access to Crash after I bought the PS4, and so I just jumped
Uh,
in. And
I,
wow,
Oh,
it's
dang it. Oh,
I
oh,
kind of
oh, recovery, recovery.
nice, you
Dang
Kemi
it.
boys. Ah,
nice like nice moves getting a PS4 like when the PS5 releases.
yeah. Well, there's all these
So it means
games
you're
to play.
Yeah, it means they're super
I
cheap
mean,
now, right? Is that what that
Well,
means?
I just bought it off my
well,
Nice.
flatmate.
well that way Lunch can retain his cred as a retro gamer.
Yeah, yeah. I only play retro games like Spider-Man PS4. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I like how in like because I played all of Spider-Man and it was a cool game, but like it does treat you with kid gloves and like it was funny turning on Crash Bandicoot where like if you make one move out of place, it fucking kills you instantly. I actually kind of
Yeah,
appreciate that about the game now. It's
yeah.
lethal.
The only Crush game I've played was
Oh, wow. I thought I
crap.
could
It was one of the
land on that
it was
ramp,
one of the
but
GameCube
I could
one.
not.
It was one of the GameCube ones that people say is one of the bad ones.
Wrath of Cortex,
So
maybe.
yeah, Ralph. Yes, that one
I
exactly. I'm
think
glad you knew which one I was talking
well because
about.
I'm pretty sure I played the same one on PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
And I remember liking it, but
yeah.
apparently it's not great according to the
I
fans.
think I think it comes I think it comes down to like Crash Bandicoot appeals to completionists. So like because there's so many things to collect in that game.
True.
Like if you're
Oh,
playing
don't do
Crash, if
that
you're
to
playing
me.
like if you're
What?
playing if you're playing Crash, you're like and you're a big Crash fan, you're the type of person who would go in and like try to like beat all the challenges and whatnot. And something like Wrath of Cortex, I
Oh,
think if
dang
you're
it.
playing casually, you won't
Damn.
particularly notice just how bad it is. But when you're going into trying to do like all the time trials, all the hit all the boxes,
Right.
like the stuff that Crash fans actually care about, to like unlock all the extra stuff.
It's funny like
Like
playing Crash next to someone who has played Crash and they're like, "Why aren't you getting the boxes?" I'm like, "I'm sorry. I'm not used to this being
yeah,
important."
yeah. But yeah, well, it's like because I when I was younger, I tried to like be like, oh, I'll start trying to collect everything, and Wrath of Cortex is just a bad game to try to complete.
Mm.
Like especially when you throw in like all the gimmick stages, like the ball rolling stage and the vehicle stages that just don't play well.
There are
Yay,
almost no
vehicle
games where I've tried
stages.
to get all of the things other than I came close with Super Mario 3D World on a Wii U. I was so close to 100%ing it, but I couldn't beat the final level, Champion Road.
Ah,
I was like, ah, this is too brutal. One day I need to go back and make that a 100% because I can think of very few games I've
That was
100%. I'm
very
so
jiggly.
yeah. Yeah, the majority of games that I've like 100% are mainly visual novels, so those don't count. Though I will say, weirdly enough, I've 100%ed both Infamous 2 and Infamous Second Son.
Visual
Never played the
novel,
Infamous games.
visual novel fans pressing A for 60 hours. Am I right, fellas?
I put it on auto mode so I don't have to push A.
That was just a bit too physically demanding for you.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, if it's a game with voice acting, it's a lot. If you're putting it on auto mode, it makes it kind of like you're just watching an
that
anime.
was
That's
Where
true.
all right. That was
like,
dicey.
or if it's where if it doesn't have if it doesn't have like voice acting, then yeah, I'm hitting A through everything to read at my own pace.
Come on,
That actually,
come on. Oh, come on.
that actually, you mentioned that, but that's actually really funny because like my brother used to make fun of me for playing Ace Attorney. He's just like, you're just hitting A all the time. You're just hitting A
Hey,
constantly.
Trybien's brother. I'm gonna assume you're like Trybio or some shit. Fuck you. Fuck birds and fuck you.
He's one of those Minecraft gamers. He plays games because he enjoys playing games.
I like when you can stack the boxes in whatever order you like. And that's a game. It's like playing in the sandpit.
I joke, but
you-
he's actually played like while he was in middle school, he played his fair share of dating sim visual novels.
Wow. Well,
Dang it.
what a
Why
chat.
can I not get that second one? It doesn't seem
don't know.
different from the first.
Yeah, like in a weird way, he's played more dating sim visual novels than I have.
That
like-
is a little bit sad because you've played a lot of dating sim visual novels.
Actually, surprisingly, like if a
You're kind of like the
game I'm
dating
play-
sim visual novel man. So to learn that there is one that has surpassed you.
it's actually funny because like there are very few like proper like dating sims that I've actually like played through. Most of the games that have like romance roots have like some other thing that like, for example, like Chaos Child or
dang it.
well, I guess the semicolon
was-
series, like the science adventure series in general. It's like they've got like romance roots, but like you're not playing it because it's a dating sim. Like you're playing Chaos Child because it's like mind fucking mystery.
Well, maybe you're not playing it for the dating.
like I mean, none of the roots like in Chaos Child like have like quote unquote happy endings where you're like, oh yes, I am dating and fucking this person and I've got a happily ever after. It's like, nah, you're fucked. Like
And
Chaos
not
Child
in a
is
fun way.
you're not in a fun way. Chaos Child is one of those games that like is it's like one of those feels bad man games.
Oh,
Uh,
is it grimdark?
Oh, it is so grimdark, but like at the same time it's so well written that like it's very engaging and it handles its twists and pacing very well.
Ooh, okay.
But it's like it's got like premier fucked up material in it. I mean, it's a murder. It's a sci-fi murder mystery. So
Oh, dang it. Okay,
Of
come on,
course.
Come on, come on,
you
come
got
on,
it this
come on,
time. You
come
got
on,
it.
come
You
on,
just
come on, there you go.
ho ho. Here we go.
the
Let's
game-
go.
I mean, Chaos Child starts off with a live streamer.
No.
A live streamer going to his fridge, grabbing a block of cheese and cutting it and eating the cheese, but then like you realize that it wasn't actually cheese; it was his hand, and he was eating his fingers.
Why?
That's how Chaos Child starts.
How does
Okay,
it
but
happen?
why though?
Because it is. I mean, one of
Oh,
like
wow,
it's
it's crazy.
one of like it's it's like a psychological horror. Like part of the game's it's like being kind of a sequel to Chaos Head. Like it's built around like this idea of delusions and whatnot. So the mechanic in Chaos Head and Chaos Trigger are like these like delusion triggers where you can choose if you want to see a happy delusion or a fucked up delusion. And depending on what you choose, gets you different endings.
I'm
But,
gonna try
like-
Fact Up today.
I mean, you can be like me and you can do their first playthrough seeing all the fucked up decisions.
Well, it's like a tell me bad news before you tell me good news.
Yeah, oh, exactly. But like, it's almost like
The
fucked up
good
to a
news
comical
is
sense.
that we are naming a disease after you.
Yes, exactly.
Aw.
No, but like what will ever like finally like will cement like Chaos Child as like one of the greatest visual novels of all time for me is like is the final twist like in the true end. Like there is like Chaos Child has like one of those like twists at the very end that's like so mindfucky that like makes you like look at the rest of the game in a completely different light. And I think it's better
I
because
like that. That sounds cool. I want to play it, but it's $43.49.
get it on sale or something. Like it's a really long visual novel, but it's also I think like really good.
I would love to make a visual novel.
Like-
I've wanted to make a visual novel someday for a while.
I've been wanting-
but I don't know
like, okay,
what
no-
to do. I don't know how to make a story that fits in that format.
Yeah, well, it's actually
Alright,
kind of
that's-
funny. Like coming from visual novel man himself, like the cool thing about visual novels and this is I think this is especially true if you played any of the science adventure ones, is that you can kind of just do whatever you want. Just write a story and then like
Ah, dang it!
like have
Ah,
like
getting close.
like you don't even really need to have like choices.
That-
One of the cool things that,
Second to last straightaway is so fucking scary.
Yeah, it looks really,
I-
really tense.
I mean, like you can
Because
you can
it's
always do
really
something like
short, and the bridge is kind of tilted in that direction, so it's really easy to overshoot.
but you've got this.
Do I though?
Yeah.
I probably do, but like, do I?
You do. You're
Yeah, but,
close.
Yeah,
I'm
but like as I
yeah, I'm also close on frame windows, but you didn't see that happen in the fucking however long I tried it.
yeah, well, frame windows is bullshit.
Frame windows is bullshit. I'm glad
like,
someone's out here stating facts.
like you're actively trying to cheese that one because it's such a bullshit stage.
Just call Scraps childhood traumatic event bullshit.
I love how we're just rolling with that and assuming.
Yeah, well, I mean, how else would you make something like this?
Yeah.
How else could you make something so painful?
And yeah.
Monkey
it's like,
skill?
it's like yes, monkey skill.
Can I get a monkey skill lunch?
Oh my god, what if like
Monkey
Sega,
skill.
like
Thank you.
what if the Sega representative for this pack is actually a Monkey Ball character?
I would
fucking love that. However, I recognize that as a complete pipe dream. Like even amongst this pack's standards.
I actually kind of feel like it's a lot more likely we're gonna get a Yakuza representative.
That's
way
exactly
more
what I was
likely.
about to say.
It's like I don't know though the question is who would be chosen because knowing that Sakurai, I don't know what Sakurai's opinion on the Yakuza series is in general, but knowing him as a JRPG fanatic, I can kind of see him like choosing like the protagonist for Yakuza 7.
You can't
But-
though,
Oh, my
because
thumb,
like
my thumb.
you got
But
this.
at the same time, it has to be Majima.
I think doesn't
like-
Sakurai always pick like either the protagonist or the most iconic character?
Like I think Majima would probably like as a character. I think would his fighting style would fit Smash so much better than
You know who we could
Uh,
also get? We could, like, it'd be crazy, but we need another Capcom rep. Phoenix Wright.
I'd be super into it.
I'd be super into it. My only question is like, since he was already in Capcom versus
Marvel.
Marvel, and I will say like I feel like his moveset in there is really good. I don't necessarily know what they could do for Smash without completely ripping that, and I don't necessarily think Sakurai would be
Well, I mean,
keen of just ripping. And
I think Steve is in Smash Brothers is the equivalent play style. Like you run around like looking on the ground for like various bits and bobs that like allow you
Yeah.
to use your cool powers that kill faster.
and, yeah, I definitely yeah. So that's the sort of thing. It's like, well, do we put Phoenix Wright in and just have him be like a Steve clone based off his moveset in Marvel vs. Capcom?
I mean, I'm sure you could come up with like I would have never imagined the Marvel vs. Capcom.
Hang on,
moveset, so it's
guys,
possible there's
guys,
more out
guys.
there.
I don't have any ideas for moveset, but I just want to say, given all the shit that Phoenix goes through in the series, make him a heavyweight.
Oh yeah.
Make him a heavyweight. Hell yeah.
I love it.
Dude, I love heavies. I won't even question it.
Anyways, yes.
Gets conked on the head by a fucking fire extinguisher.
Yeah, right?
Perfectly
We need
fine.
more visual. Yeah, we need more visual novel representatives in Smash. Like, can we get like the Higurashi characters? I haven't played
fucking
Higurashi.
Falls off a burning bridge. He gets hit by a car. He gets fucking tased.
That's true.
Oh my god, like
I forgot about all
like,
that
his
shit.
final
But he
smash
takes
is-
a lot of damage being a lawyer.
he really is lawyer man.
Yeah, I'll take him in Smash. I mean,
What?
Phoenix Wright is like, he's
God
a
damn
near
it.
and dear character to me. I mean, I fucking met
He's
you
a near
guys
dear
from
character to a lot of people.
an Ace Attorney website,
That's weird.
which is a million years ago now, but like, I love those games and I love
Yeah,
the
I don't
online
go there
community.
anymore, like ever.
Neither. But
I
you
found
know,
other roleplay communities.
but like there's a time and a place for things, and like it's very like
Yeah.
that website's very nostalgic to me, even if I don't go on it anymore.
True.
It was a formative time. Like a lot of
Well, and
Like-
everyone there is just like moved on. Like,
yeah,
Like the Ace Attorney Discord like occasionally gets like activity, but a lot of it's like, oh, I'm an old member. I'm here to say hi because I remember this, and then everybody's like, hi there.
yeah.
and then everyone just
And-
goes
and that's
on with their
fine.
business.
I mean, like it's 2020, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay for people to move on from things and just know that we all have this kind of shared cool experience.
What gets me is that people there are still people making like fan cases on that site though.
That's
Like
crazy.
still
Are any of them any good?
like real. I think I don't know if the competitions are still going on, but last time I checked, that people were still doing like the competitions for case making.
I love that people
That's
still
crazy.
or at least last time I checked, still add graphics to the like the free collection of custom sprites. I think that's really cool because there's some really impressive
you know-
work on there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people grew as writers, both within the role playing side of things and the fan case.
Yeah, I think
Side of
I think
things.
Sailor
I
and
feel
I
like
wouldn't
I
be
did
making games
definitely,
together,
but, like,
or we might
it's-
not be making games together now if we weren't writing together back on Ace
It's-
Attorney.
Yeah.
It's been such a long time since I've roleplayed in a forum setting, though, that I wonder if my writing skills have kind of deteriorated since then.
I wouldn't say maybe deteriorate, but like different because Discord role playing requires a completely different
I would say,
It-
yeah,
style.
I'd say your
It needs
improv
you to
skills have
be able
improved.
to think. Yeah, it needs you to be able to improv on your feet very quickly.
Knowing basically just what
Yeah.
your character is at, like off the top of your head, I think is better here. And you get to just like, rather than being precious about it, you get to just sort of trust the process a bit more. I think, like,
Well, the
I
thing
do
about
think one of
that
the
is
downsides
okay.
of
Okay, so like the thing about that is like it's really easy to fall into the Flandrization trap.
that's
Where-
true.
The
Yeah.
first thought for your character might not necessarily be the most accurate.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah. I often find if I'm
Well-
role playing on Discord, I actually like. I don't really accept the format enough. Like I end up doing a lot of writing just by myself in a very measured way, rather than bouncing off of other characters, which is kind of the entire point. But I want to feel sure of what I'm doing. It's difficult.
Well, I think I will say on the other hand, like one of the downsides of the forum roleplay, twofold is one, it's very like because it can be very impersonal because you're just responding to something. It's very easy to get into the trap of, oh, I have this plan of what my character is going to do, where it's kind of a bit more difficult to improv. In forum roleplays, as well as the fact that you're probably you could be responding to multiple things at the same time in a single post, and it makes the timeline and the flow of events much more difficult.
Yeah, for sure. And just like the whole attitude is different. If you're writing prose on a forum, like you might take that hour or whatever to like write a nice post, while online or on like a chat room, you're just gonna type whatever like is gonna come out and quick enough for the other person to not lose interest. And yeah, it's just a totally different environment.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing when it comes to like the forum roleplays is just they move so slowly
they're
Like
glacial.
I think yeah, it's like they can start off like I think at a good pace as people like are initially interested, but then like as I guess eventually it gets to, oh, you're waiting for one person, and then you're waiting for another person, and then like oh it's like oh
God
something
dang it.
comes up or like
That part's
and
hard,
it's like a
dude. You
year has
can't like
gone.
slow down.
It is.
I think you just have to
Yeah, it's
go,
like
go, go.
as long as it's
And this stage
like
is
and
just
then
so
you're like
long. Like, this is a guidance stage.
yeah this is guidance. Oh, definitely. Scrap does Gaiden. Yeah.
Fortunately, I think it's like the only guidance stage in 651, but like, still.
Yeah.
It's
Anyways, we should
rough.
be wrapping up the episode. It's been almost 20 minutes.
Really?
Um,
I
I
thought
wanted
we
to
were
hop
going for
back a bit
30
to
this time around.
I mean, when I say wrap up, it takes like 10 minutes for us to wrap up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Oh, true.
We need like a time to have
Look
an
at last
entirely different
time.
conversation. What were we talking about?
Yeah,
Smash Bros,
I wanted
dude.
to hop
I
back.
can't help it.
Yeah, I wanted to hop back a bit to the visual novel conversation we were talking about earlier
Sure.
because like lunch said, you were talking about like how like you don't even know like where to start with writing a visual novel. What I was saying is like I think it's really cool because you can kind of as long as it's like a audio visual story, like you can kind of just do whatever you want with it.
Hmm.
Like you can do a sound novel style like Higurashi, which has absolutely no choices, but it's this massive like amazing story. I'd say same thing with Umineko. I've never actually like finished Higurashi and I haven't played Umineko, but like I
Dang.
know the reputations they have.
Mhm.
But like that's just like that's literally a game you're just clicking through reading text. There's visuals, there's sound, but there's no voice acting and it's just story. Um and like then you have like things like on the completely other end where you have something like the science adventure series, which doesn't have traditional choices. Um like if you look at something like Steins Gate Zero, which all the like you don't realize you're making choices when you do like it's like the choice to answer a phone or how you respond to on a text
Hmm.
message like is like what causes like branching to happen. You're not given this dialogue window of like, oh, do this, do this. It's like, oh, you got a text message, but you're getting text messages and calls throughout the game that don't affect
That was
branching, so you never
that.
really know when something's going to happen.
There's another game that does that, and I feel like I don't want to talk about it because it feels like a spoiler. Like I liked how I didn't know about it, so I won't talk about what game it was.
Yeah.
But it really impressed me because normally an RPG will be like, here is the moment. Which genocide do you want to do? And you're like, fuck. Okay, A. But this game really impressed me when it tallied up a bunch of decisions I didn't realize were important because like it's a bit more realistic. Like you don't know what effect your words can have on someone. I don't know. I just thought that was really clever, and it wasn't in the kind of
Yeah, well,
game I was
that's
expecting that to happen in, and it completely changed the
well,
ending.
that's
It was
ki
like the most important thing, like how I treated
so it's like
someone.
it's kind of similar how like the Shin Megami Tensei series is, but that's more of a point-based system. Like the choices you make throughout the game like affect your morality
True.
and your alignment. And there are ways to check that, and there's ways to cheese it if you know what you're doing. But if you're playing casually, like you don't particularly know where it's like it's like
Fuck,
oh
that's
it's like you've been
ruthless.
making chaotic. It's like oh you've been making chaotic choices. You're on the chaos route and stuff. But it's like it's never like oh you do this choice and you branch off. Sometimes like especially if you're going for like the neutral ending, it's like you'll be making both chaotic and lawful choices. You'll be watching your character's alignment kind of like bounce back and forth and trying to land it in the middle for the neutral ending. Um, or like you can do something like I was talking about like Chaos Child, but the way that Chaos Child's root system works is first you play through the game once and you get the common ending. Like you like no matter the choices you make on your first playthrough, you get the common ending.
Huh.
And then you
Weird.
go through it again. And then depending on the choices you make will alter the main character's perception on certain like the different love interests in the game.
Okay.
So it's like
No!
for example like some like it'd be like oh you're having happy delusions around this one character, so you're indicating that you have a better opinion of this character, and that causes you to go on their route.
Right.
So it's a matter of like that's one of those games that you really need a guide to be able to figure out what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
don't know
still,
how I
like,
feel about
really-
it as just as an idea. Like I Like, as
Oh,
much
well,
as I
that's
thought
crazy.
999 was a cool game, I definitely found some frustration in the trial and error of like playing through the whole thing again and
Oh yeah.
occasionally getting the same ending
Oh yeah.
twice and being like, "Fuck."
Yeah. Yeah. No. Definitely. Like those are the types of games you really need a guide for. Like I've just like it's annoying, but like I've accepted it.
It's just like you got to
Hey,
be really
hey,
careful when you're
hey,
looking at that
hey,
guide.
hey,
What's up?
hey,
Yeah.
hey, guys! Ever heard of a game called Monster Prom?
Oh God, fuck you, Tar. We've already talked about it on the podcast episode. If you haven't listened to that podcast episode, go check it out. We also talked about Katawa Shoujo, the edgiest of disabled video games.
I was
That
not
was a
on this
sentence.
episode as far as I remember.
You were not Lunch.
Yeah. You should check it out, Lunch.
Okay, it sounds frightening just from how you
Yeah.
guys spoke
Yeah.
about it.
It's like we're playing Monster Prom for Halloween next year, so get ready for that.
Okay.
Or maybe for Valentine's Day this year.
Oh, we could do it, but Tar's gonna share screen it for us, so you don't have to pay any money.
Oh, cool. Fuck money.
Um, yeah, yeah. But yeah, no. So, but anyways, as I was getting through it, like, yeah, just visual novels, I think are one of like kind of the purest ways to just be creative while telling a story.
Damn.
Like when I say story,
That corner is rough.
That's
yeah.
ruthless. So
And when I say
slippery.
telling a
That
story, like
corner in
specifically,
particular.
like
But
specifically like novel writing, I think visual novels are like some of the most creative ways to write novels because, especially choose your own adventure style novels, because you can express yourself not only in the writing, the different branches and the characters, but also like with how the player interacts with the novel, like
yeah.
in a way that you wouldn't be able to do so with just pen and paper.
Or even like a more traditional video game because it's all about the narrative. You
Yeah.
can put in as much interactivity as you can be bothered writing.
Yeah, I've always wanted to write a visual novel. I've actually got like a chock full of
Unity.
ideas in my head. It's like I've got like a backlog of ideas in my head. It's just a matter of like it's something that like I would like you really need like a team for. Like there like especially for like the size of the things I'm thinking of.
All right. Well,
Like it's
Dang.
if you want artwork for the Bros in the Landfill dating sim, you know who to call.
Oh.
oh yeah. Well, what I was gonna say is like if Studio Hipstort ever wants to do a visual novel, just hit me up. I've planned out many visual novels in my head in a lifetime.
It's honestly like a thing that we've considered doing before. Actually, like when we were first,
Yeah.
like before Hipwitch. Oh wait, that isn't even announced yet. Oops.
Oops. Cut that.
That's okay. We don't have context for it. It doesn't matter. It's
Okay.
just a leak.
Nice.
It's just a leak. We're
Just a
making a
leak.
game about witches. We put Project Ashes on hold because we're like, this game's
Yeah, I
fucking
heard that
massive. It's our
much.
first game, so we're making a game about witches. But one of our other ideas
you
was
should,
like
like,
a
a
visual novel, with like
Yeah.
some
You
element of denying fate or something,
Yeah.
like breaking
yeah,
destiny.
I mean, you should
Oh, that was
you
that
showed a
was.
picture. It's like
Oh well.
it's like you showed a picture of like a screenshot of like the current project you were working on. I think like a month or so
Yeah.
ago within the Studio Hipstort Discord.
Yeah.
that
It's
you could
it's
join
announced
right
only
now.
on Discord, not on any of our other social medias yet, because we want like something to show
Yeah, but-
properly.
Yeah, but generally, what I find is like the most difficult part about planning out a visual novel is the fact that you're dealing with multiple routes, and it's the planning out of how and when information is
Here
revealed.
we go.
True.
Because like actually, this is like one of my biggest criticisms of something like Steins Gate Zero is that there is a clear preferred way people play it. Actually, it's the same thing with it's the same thing for oh crap, what was it? It was that Uchikoshi game that just came out that I'm like I talked about on the cast last year.
I don't know.
Fuck. Anyways,
Try will remember it
Oh,
next time on Bros in the Landfill.
it was the Somnium Files. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
never
Yeah, no.
mind.
I was saying it's like there are clear routes, like there's a play order for routes that like if you
Oh,
play it in
okay.
any other order, it's a very like it can like ruin the satisfaction of other routes. Like, and that's a very dangerous thing to have in the games.
True.
Like if you like for example in Isomic Files, if you don't do the left side, like the right side of the timeline can completely ruin the mystery of the whole left side, and the majority of your time playing the game is going to be on the left side of the timeline anyways. So you've essentially like spoiled the mystery of like half the game if you've gone down the right side first.
Interactivity is difficult to figure out.
Yeah. So yeah, if Studio Hipstort ever decides to do a vision novel, I'm glad to come in as a consultant,
Sure.
planning guy.
You've got the experience a
Why?
lot more
This
than I think
fucking
any of us.
stage, dudes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, is that
Like
are we? How long is this episode?
I've wanted to beat one stage per episode this session, but you know what? Maybe that's not going to happen.
Yeah. I mean,
That looks bad.
we had an episode. We had an episode last
last recording session we
session.
had an episode where there wasn't any progress.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think anyone watching this at this point
well-
can see how fucking hard this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they'll just have to see next time when you do beat a stage, isn't that right, Tar?
Hopefully, next time on Bros in the Landfill. This has been Bros in the Landfill. Our fucking outro.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Join our Discord server.
Ring that bell. Ring that bell.